Hopefully our internet connection is good today. So we're going to start with knee lift, arms up. So here and here. So arms stretched out overhead. Pull the knee up to the chest. As you press the arms down, take your time at first. We're just getting the blood flowing. Big reach and press. That's one. We're going to do the same thing 3 more times. So each round, if you want to get progressively faster, you can, and reach a little bit higher. Round 2. Get the blood flowing. All right. That's halfway. We have 2 more rounds. Deep breath. You'll appreciate the rest as we go. Again, work on pulling the knee a little bit higher and maybe going a little bit quicker as we get warm. All right, last one coming up. So take a second. 10-second rest every time. All right, last time. Really stretch the arms high, up and back, and then push down. Whew. All right, next one's going to be an opposite arm, opposite leg stretch. So grabbing my left heel, extending my right arm, and then reversing. If it's too hard to grab onto your foot, you can just tap instead of pull. So again, we're stretching the lats, the upper back, and this time we're focusing on stretching the quadriceps, the front of our leg. And if you can, rest. If you can during these, work on keeping the legs semi-close together as you pull. All right, you ready for round 2? Again, reaching my arm as high as I can, pulling that opposite leg to stretch the hip and quads. Same idea, as you get more comfortable, you can work on increasing the speed if you want to. Great job. Halfway through this one, couple more rounds. All right, that's our start. This also works your balance, which is a big part of functional fitness, is learning to balance on one side at a time. All right, rest. We have 1 more round of those. Deep breath. All right. Work on that arm extension. See if you can push the arm up and back. Really stretch out your shoulder and your chest. This is great if you've been sitting down at a computer. All right, next one. We're going to balance on one leg and pull that ankle, so we're stretching the glute. If it's too much to balance, you can just tap. Otherwise, really challenge your balance on one side and then pull the opposite. A gentle stretch, knee out. Remember, you can just tap. If it's too hard to grab onto your ankle, that's okay. We're just practicing. All right, rest. And you might find after the first couple rounds, your brain catches up with your body and it's a little bit easier to balance. All right, round 2. So on these, don't worry so much about speed. Focus on how high you can pull that knee. You don't want to cause pain, but it's okay to be a little bit uncomfortable and feel that stretch. Okay, We got it now. I think this is round 3. All right, here we go. Working on the balance. Great job. Let's do one more of those. During the rest, you can kind of shake it off. All right, last time. Hips should be feeling more open and loose. All right, so now we have our side step with a crescent moon reach. So I know you can't see the top of my arm, but I'm kind of reaching up and over, making a half moon shape up over my head, and I'm stepping the legs side to side. So now that your shoulders are warm, you can really work on reaching, and I'm doing a side bend here so it activates your core muscles. Our first segment today is going to focus on core and rest. If you want to make this one a little bit more dynamic, you can make a bigger step and you can balance on one foot at a time. So if you want to, you can lift one leg and challenge your balance here. It's optional. This is actually a pretty good core workout in itself. It's really going to prime our abs muscles. All right, and for round 3, I'll just go back to the original version so you can pick. All right, round 3. So now I'm just, step touch is what I call it. So I'm not balancing, but I'm really focusing on my crescent moon reach overhead. My shoulders are really feeling open and loose. Great job. We have one more. I'm going to go back to my balance. Deep breath. All right. And I'm just picking up the same knee that the arm is reaching on, just to mix it up a little bit. All right, last warm-up drill before we get into it. So you guys have done these in circuit. It's front to lateral raises. But you'll find without weight, you'll still feel a good workout in the shoulders and core, but you can work your speed a little bit. So I'm just going about eye level for each direction. My knees are slightly bent. My feet are together. Good. So to mix it up a little bit, I'm going to do front side for the next round, if you want to try that out. So one arm's forward, one arm's lateral. And again, without the weight, you can really work on speed and efficiency. So I'm rotating just the slightest bit in my waist. Feet are still together. So even without weight, you can really tone your arms. So we're halfway through this. I'm going to go back to the first one for round 3. All right, here we go. Keep your core braced. All right, and shake that off. We have one more warm-up drill. Then we'll grab some water and go into our core segment. So I'm going to go back to the front lateral split. That's our go. Working my speed here. Knees slightly bent. Rotating a little bit at the waist. All right, really quick break. Grab a sip of water. We're going to start with our core upper body segment first. Same format, 4 in a row. If you're having any wrist pain for any of the plank exercises instead of high plank, you can do a forearm plank. So for the first one, it's a mountain climber, slow motion, so high plank, but if your wrists are bothering you, you can go into a low plank. We're going to set up, and so you're in a plank position, trying to get that knee to your elbow. So that's our go. On any of these, we're doing 4 in a row, so if you need to kind of wait and watch the first round, and then hop in, that's fine. So I'm trying to keep my hips low, and rest. And when I rest, I kind of sit back on my knees, give my arms a break if that's comfortable for you. All right, round 2, one leg at a time. Trying to get the knee to the elbow. You're not quite there, no worries. Focus on keeping your hips low. All right, halfway through these, you can kind of rotate the wrists on the break. All right, round 3. Abs on fire. Chest is working. Ooh, I'm feeling knees, so rest. We have one more. Remember, this is your workout, so if you need to modify and slow down, that's perfectly fine. Last time. Keep those elbows slightly bent. Few more seconds. Whew, good job. All right, so the next one is a hand release push-up. So you can stay on the knees, or if you decide to push up, hands come up every time before you push up. So if you're doing knee push-ups, you might want to eliminate the hand release, but otherwise, lower your body all the way down, pick up both hands, all right, and rest. And remember on these, we're doing it 4 times. So if you need to sit out around and just watch, take your time. All right, round 2. Picking up both hands every time unless you're on your knees. And rest. Whenever I pick up my hands, my feet want to come up too, but you don't have to pick up your feet. Whew. All right, round 3. All right, rest. We have one more round. Tabatas are tough because each set's 2 minutes if you include the break, but it definitely feels like more sometimes. All right, last time. Rest. You can stay down on your mat if you like. We're going to go into a side plank position. We're going to be alternating sides each round. So just forearm parallel, 90-degree angle. Try to stack the feet. If this is too intense, you can rest on the knees. Or if you want to, you can bring opposite hand up. Trying to keep the hips level. Rest. We're going to switch sides for round 2. So my knees or my elbows bent at 90 degrees. I'm stacking the feet, but you can even Rest on the knees in plank position. For me, it helps to have my arm up overhead for balance, but that's optional. And catch your breath here if you can. Great job. We're halfway, so switch back to that first side. Deep breath. And begin. 20 seconds. Try to breathe here, even though we're still working. It's a good chance to catch your breath a little bit. Lots of core stability here. Take breaks as needed. All right, last one. So switch back around, other side. Get ready. And go. Think about taking deep breaths all the way down into your belly. Good. So we're going to actually come back onto our feet, standing position, wide base, knees bent, and we're going to do an uppercut, uppercut, punch, punch. So really punch hard and swing those arms if you want the benefits of strengthening the arms and core. So it's uppercut, uppercut, punch, punch, one arm at a time, alternating sides. The legs get a little work here too, right? Whew. Shake that off. We're going to do it again. If it's too confusing to do a combination, just pick one and just stick with the punches or the uppercuts. Otherwise, let's alternate the two. So for uppercuts, I have an underhand and swinging across at an angle. And for punches, I'm just punching straight forward. It should make you feel powerful and strong and tired. So we're halfway. Couple more of those. Legs feel it too. All right, round 3. These go by fast. Strong arms. Pack a little bit of power in those punches. Great job. We have one more of those. And then just a couple more upper body. So stay strong. All right, here we go. Last one. Almost there. Oh, we made it. So now I'm back down the mat. Reverse plank position or bridge position. Make sure you have a little room front and back. So I'm going to crawl 2 back, 2 forward. If your wrists are sore, you might want to skip this one and just hold a bridge position to eliminate the tension on the wrist. Otherwise, we're doing a crab walk. And again, you can just hold the bridge and rest. These are good for the triceps, your core, your shoulders. Get ready. All right, so I'm crab walk 2 steps forward, about 2 steps back. If it starts to hurt, just hold the bridge. That will still work your lower back and core. I know some of you guys have hard floor, so this one might be a little too much. So yeah, just stay on your mat and hold bridge. Halfway. All right, that's our go. It takes a lot of coordination, so be forgiving to yourself. We're out of our comfort zone. All right, rest. We're going to do one more of those. Take a second. And if you're bridging, really squeeze your butt cheeks hard. in your bridge. Last one, nice and steady. You got it. All right, last core / upper body exercise. We're gonna flip over plank. Again, you can do this one down on the forearms to protect your wrist, and it's the pike to plank to downward dog into plank position from the hands or the forearms. You get a miniature rest and stretch here before you go back down into your plank. Ooh, take a rest. I want to show you a way to make it harder if that's what you want. You can pike and then bring a knee in, pike, then bring opposite knee in. So for those of you who want a little bit more, you can try the single leg knee reach. Otherwise, stay down on both toes. And you can also do this from the forearm position. Whew. Halfway. We have a water break after these next two 20-second bursts, so get ready. All right. Nice and steady. Very Pilates-like. Rest. One more. Keywords here, I think long and lean. Really elongating those muscles. Last one. Here we go. Breathe in your pike. Exhale in your plank. All right, let's grab some water. We're gonna shift our focus to lower body. Everyone looks great. All right, so for lower body today, we're gonna be doing some isometric holds for a few of the exercises. And what that means is we'll be holding position at the hardest part rather than doing reps for some of them. If at any time you take a break, you can come out, shake it off, and then try to get back in. So go ahead and find your way to a standing position. Hopefully you grab some water. What we're going to start with is an isometric squat hold. So feet wide, knees can be pointed slightly out, and I'm just sitting down and back. It's okay if you aren't quite as low as this. Find your comfort zone, yet at the same time push yourself. So we're just holding, and then we get a 10-second break. All right? Whew. So shake that off. That was round one. So again, if you have any knee issues, the wider you can get, you space your toes out, point your toes out, that helps protect your knees. Arms, I'm holding out front for balance, but it really is up to you. And just try to take some deep breaths here. If it burns, you know you're doing it right. It's uncomfortable, whew, but we do have that break. Shake it up. We're halfway through these. Deep breath. All right, round three, we got it. Focus on your breath. Only 20 seconds, we can do this. Ooh, rest. 20 seconds feels longer each time. We just have one more. If you feel a little dizzy coming out of these, that's normal. All right, last one. Let's make this our best one. Try to stay in it. 10 more seconds. Try to stay low. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the next one It's an angle step. So I'm angling out one direction, then coming back. So stepping with my right leg at an angle, stepping with my left leg at an angle. And I'm bringing that opposite foot up to make it harder and challenge my balance, but that is optional. So this is called an A step. So stepping out. If you want an extra challenge, you can even hop. So you can step or hop. Get ready. Round 2. You can hop a little bit if you want to, or keep it at a step. Try to land light on your feet. Takes a little bit of coordination to figure out which foot goes forward. That's your rest. Catch your breath a little bit. All right, round 3. Remember, you can just step it. Couple more. Oh, there's the beat. One more round. I'm going to step this one and go. Step. And if you're stepping, you can especially work on your balance. Making our brains work a little bit too. Great job. We're going to go down onto our back bridge position, so that's knees bent. We're going to do a single leg bridge. That's our go, so just pick a leg. So butt down, butt up, pressing through one heel. We're going to alternate sides of the beep. So just one side for now, it doesn't matter which. We'll get 2 on each. And rest. So now we're going to switch sides at the next beep. Press through the heel. You can also modify and do both legs. If one leg is too intense, feel free to keep both legs down. That was our go. So butt touches the floor, and then I'm pressing my hips up to the ceiling. Really isolating one glute at a time. And rest, we're going back to that first leg if you're doing one leg. And I'm pressing my fingers down to the floor for grip and balance. Go. All the way up, all the way down. Full range of motion here is more important than speed. And rest, last round, so we're going back to that other foot. All right, last one. All right, we're going to come back up onto our feet. We're about halfway through the leg series. So today is a shorter workout, but very intense. We're going to go into a wide sumo stance, and we're going to squat pulse. So we're staying low the whole time. So in the first exercise we did, we just held here. We're doing a small bounce. So these really burn. And rest. So if at any time you need to take an early break, totally fine. You also might find you get a little dizzy, so be careful. All right, round 2. That was a very small movement, but your legs will feel it. Ooh. 5 more seconds. We can do it. Oh, gosh, halfway. I think this is one of the hardest ones today. All right, round 3, here we go. Deep breath, you got it. Push through that discomfort. 3, 2, and rest. We only have one more of these. Thank goodness. Whew, deep breath. All right, last one, let's do it. Breathe, breathe. 10 seconds. 3, and done. Whew. Oh man. So this next one, we're gonna step it out with a single leg jack. Catch your breath. All right, single leg steps out, arm overhead. So it's essentially a jumping jack. We're just doing one side at a time. So it's almost like in our warm up, but we're taking a big step out and really reaching over. So if you want to intensify on this movement, that's rest. You can take a bigger step, you can increase your pace, or you can slow it down. We don't have a whole lot left for the leg, so I suggest if you're feeling even a little bit good, to really push. Whew. All right. We have a couple more. Not too bad. Get ready. All right, step and reach. How fast can you go here? How big can you step? You feel pretty good after those squat pulses. Whew, okay. One more of those. Get ready. Last time. All right, so now we have a chair pose repeat. So feet are a little bit more narrow. Toes are more forward facing. We're going to sit back in a squat, arms overhead, then come back to a stand. So these are really tricky because as you try to sit back, it's hard to get the arms back. So just work with what you got for now. Try to keep that chest up and rest. We have 3 more rounds to practice. So if you are familiar with yoga, this is called the chair pose. So we're just adding some repetitions to it. So take your time. Send those hips back as you pull the arms, but really try to not lean forward too much. You want to keep your chest up. So a lot going on. A lot more than it looks like. Halfway. Heart rate should be up a little here. That's good. All right. Round 3. Almost there. Rest. 1 more of those. Try to catch your breath here. Quick break. All right, last time. Let's make it our best. Focus on your form. Weight back in the heels. Weights evenly distributed between both legs. Whew, all right. So this time, We're going to work on step forward, step back. So I have a mat here as a visual, kind of helps guide me. So it's a big step forward, big step back on one side for now. So I'm stepping forward and back with my right leg. So if you have a mat on the ground, you can use that as your guideline. All right, rest. And then this time I'm going to switch to left leg steps forward, left leg steps back. So it takes a little bit of trust to step back. So trust your body. Big step. I'm kind of using both arms to keep me balanced. Pretend you're out on a walk and there's a big puddle you have to get across. Then for some reason you have to do it backwards. All right, rest. We're going to go back to the first side. So I started with my right, so I'm going to go right over and right back. Using my arms to steady myself. Getting over the puddle. Woo. Takes a lot of balance. All right, rest. And then I'm going to go back to my left side. So opposite side, same foot that steps forward, we'll step back. Here we go. So step a little bit wider than you're normally comfortable with. Looking good. All right, so now we have our duck walk. So you'll still need a little space front and back. So duck walk low, and we step forward 2 to 4 steps, and then step back 2 to 4 steps in this funky low position. This is actually our last leg exercise. So definitely get low. Make the most of it. 3 more rounds, that's it. And we have cool down already. So stick with it. You can really push here, it's our last one before cool down. My upper body kind of swivels too. Kind of funky, it's like the chicken dance. My legs are burning, so I'm in that squat position. Whew. Good work. You'll definitely look funny doing this, but it works. Halfway from round 3. Looking good. I can see you guys, it looks great. If you want that challenge, you can go lower. Whew. Rest. One more. One more. All right, last time. Make it your best round. No stopping now. Oh, all right, take a water break. We're going to cool down. Nice work today. Hopefully grab some water. We're not going to rest too long. I want that heart rate to stay somewhat elevated as we get into our cool down. We have our good old GWI walk, so heel to toe, a few steps forward, and then heel to toe, a few steps back. So take your time here. Try to touch your heel to toe, walking forward in a line, and rest. If that's easy for you, you can bring the arms overhead to do it. That makes it a little harder because your arms aren't there to steady you quite as much. Otherwise, you can use those arms as much as you like. All right, halfway. I'm going to do it a couple more times. So you choose how far forward and back you go depending on your space. Remember, to make it harder, you can take the arms out of it. To make it really hard, you could close your eyes, but let's not do that now. We have expensive computer equipment in front of you. All right, one more time. Deep breath. Here we go. Definitely you can look at the floor to help guide you. This floor is nice because it's patterned where I have a line I can use. Good work. All right, so in the beginning we did the high knee side pull. This time we're just going to do a knee hug. So straight up into the chest or underarm. But if you can't quite grab it and squeeze it, you can just march 2. But if you're able to grab that knee and kind of pull, that really challenges your balance. So we're just going to go at a nice, steady, cool down pace. Good. We're going to do 3 more. Plenty of time. Really work on steadying yourself. One leg at a time. Right? And see how high you can get your knee to go. Now that you're warm, you're a lot more flexible. Good, halfway. A couple more of those. And this one you should actually feel in your lower back as well. So if your lower back tends to get tight and sore, this is a nice way to kind of stretch your low back. You can also stretch in child's pose. A lot of times our low back gets sore because our glutes and our hamstrings are tight. This helps address that. Whew, all right, rest. We just have one more of those. All right. Last time through. This time, think about keeping your head tall. Visible string from your head to the ceiling. Good posture. Nicely done. All right, next one, we're going to do arm circles up and then arm circles down. So I'm drawing little arm circles in the sky, but I'm also moving my arms all the way up and all the way down. So tracing invisible circles up and down. Doesn't matter which way you go, front or back, or you can do both. And rest. So a lot of dancers will do drills like this to tone the arms. It's also a nice pull down stretch. So tiny circles up and tiny circles down. You can make small tight circles to really get into your shoulder and triceps muscles, or you can do bigger, looser circles to kind of give yourself a better stretch. All right, relax. I'm going to do a couple more. All right, here we go. Up, circle down. I'd say my circles are about 6 inches in diameter, maybe. And you can even kind of stretch the arms back. All right, shake it up. Let's do that one more time. Deep breath. All right, let's make it our best one. Feet are together. Good. And then last cool down drill, I'm going to step with my heel and sweep. Really stretch my hamstrings and low back. So I'm stepping forward, leading with the heel, sweeping down. How far you sweep down is up to you and your flexibility. But as always, we're working our balance by addressing one side at a time. So think smooth here as your keyword and rest. You want to be very fluid and smooth as you swoop down. Graceful. All right. This is our last cool down drill, so make the most of it. Tomorrow we'll have circuit class at 8:30. And then for June, we're keeping the same virtual calendar and adding an in-person walking group rest. So you might have seen my email or Facebook post yesterday. We're going to start adding a walking group Wednesdays. Keep it very small. Just stay safe and spread out. If we have a good response to that, I might call upon the other instructors to help me lead some additional groups. So I'll be sending out an email Monday afternoon to gather RSVPs for Wednesday at 9. All right, rest. We have one more. And then for June, our Chart Your Course speaker will be Denise. She recently published a book. So she'll be talking about her book and other health promoting strategies. And it's going to be the third Wednesday in June at 5:30. So that'll be fun. We're going to keep it virtual for June and then see what happens in July.